Thank you for joining us on this channel where we look at media laws. We are looking at media laws in series, and of course this information is good for students who are studying law, and particularly looking at media laws is also good for journalists who would like to expand on the knowledge they studied in journalism school regarding media laws. So media laws in South Sudan, of course, as we already know that media laws, actually we're looking at media laws and communication laws. Media laws actually regulate how the media operates. That is, it regulates production and also distribution and consumption of the media. So where do we get these laws in South Sudan? Number one is on the Transitional Constitution of South Sudan 2011 as amended. Why I say as amended, because there have been a lot of amendments, so we don't want to go one by one mentioning all the amendments. So where do we find media laws, particularly in the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011? We find them in Article 24, and this Article 24 has sub-articles 1, 2, and 3. It's important. We shall come to these sub-articles later, but basically Article 24 talks about freedom of expression. Freedom of expression is for everybody, but to a larger extent it affects how the media operates. Now, another article that also talks about issues to do with media laws is access to information. That article is 32 in the Transitional Constitution of South Sudan 2011 as amended. It also means, or it is targeting everybody, though to a larger extent it affects how the media operates. We have other laws as well, especially statutory or acts of parliament. Such laws include Media Authority Act 2013, which gives power to a body known as Media Authority to regulate how media operates in the country. We also have National Communication Authority Act 2013. It regulates how telecommunications, how spectrum, internet operates in the country. And then we have the Access to Information Act 2013 as well. This is what provides the public with access to information as a law or legal instrument that allow people really to have access to information. And then we have also the South Sudan Broadcasting Corporation Act 2013. It regulates majorly how broadcast is in the country. Those are some of the laws that directly really regulate the media. However, we have other laws that also affect how the media operates. One such law is the Penal Code Act 2008 and Chapter 20, especially Section 289, which talks about defamation, how, when you are accused of defamation, how the case will be treated in a criminal court of law. That is in the Penal Code Act 2008. So that also in a way regulates how the media operates. And then we also have other laws like, for example, the National Security Service Act 2014, amended 2024. This act also, in as much as it really regulates how the National Security Service operates, Section 13 of that act talks about functions and duties of the national security officers, and one of them include monitoring broadcasts, monitoring publications, and wireless communication. So you find that it also affects how media operates in the country. And then, of course, we have also the Code of Civil Procedure Act 2007. This code, of course, regulates how civil law or civil suits are instituted, but of course, in South Sudan, if you want to take, for example, a case of defamation as a civil, you can also do so. So that means it also affects how the media operates, especially on cases of defamation. And then the reason as to why I say other laws is because other laws include, of course, the laws that may come in future, or laws that we may not have mentioned here, but they may also affect the operation of the media. One such laws is what came into use and then has been withdrawn, and that is known as the Cybersecurity and Computer Misuse Provisional Act 2021, which came into use, but because of public outcry, it has been withdrawn and it is being worked on. If that law comes into place, of course, it will also affect how the media operates. Now, those are the laws that really really regulate operation of the media in the country. And I mentioned something earlier. I said Transitional Constitution of South Sudan 2011, Article 24 talks about freedom of expression, and sub-article 2, which talks about the government will regulate, in layman's language or loosely I can say, it says that freedom of expression is not absolute. It can be regulated. So you must practice it within the law. And that is what has created. It is very interesting when you go to the Media Authority Act, when you go to the SSBC Act, when you go to the National Communication Authority Act, when you go to the Access to Information Act, when you go to Section 4, you will find the same provisions in those statutory laws. And those provisions or sections all talk about Article 24 of the Constitution, sub-article 2. So that's why it's very important that those laws are drawn according to the Constitution and that very Article 24 of the Constitution. So for today, let's end there. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel, like, of course, what we're doing, and we'll continue bringing you more information on media and communication laws in South Sudan. My name is Oyet Patrick Charles. I am the current head of the Union of Journalists of South Sudan, and I am a journalist and also a lawyer. Thank you so much for watching.